Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel, Cheating Being Scarecrow. So, you finally decided to take a vacation after much debate with that friend, relative that's tried to convince you that it's time for you to take off and to relax. You finally booked a cruise. If you're like me, anxiety is set in and you're thinking, overthinking, will you be able to go on this cruise? Will you be able to relax? I know you've had others tell you what a good time they had, but all you can think about is your mobility issues, your chronic illness, and how it's going to stop you from enjoying yourself, how it stopped you in the past. But I'm here to tell you that you deserve to go on that vacation. You deserve to go on that cruise. Thank goodness cruise lines have developed all type of accommodations for you to make sure that your cruise is seamless and you can enjoy yourself. They make it easy for you. So relax. You're gonna be fine. But now I just want to prepare you. There's some things that you want to check off your list to make sure that you have a great time on your cruise. But you may ask me, how do you do it? That's what I'm going to share with you today. What do I do to prepare for my cruise, even though I suffer from a chronic illness and I have mobility issues? The first thing that I want to share with you is taking advantage of a travel advisor. They can take all that stress that you've bottled up inside and that anxiety that you've created because you worry, can you go on this vacation? You get a travel advisor that can take you through the planning stages and everything that you have anxiety about, they can take care of that for you. I am a travel advisor. And if you have any questions and you have any type of concerns, you want to go ahead and book something with me, just hit me up at travelwyolanda@gmail.com. Or you can just send a message down in the comments below and I will get back to you. The next thing that I want to share with you is load up on YouTube videos. There's a vast array of information out there on YouTube specifically for your cruise line that you're going on that will give you all the ins and outs. There's a lot of influencers out there that can share with you their experiences, or they just may be full of information that they can share with you on your itinerary or just on that cruise line itself. They've already done the work for you, and I can tell you, that's what I do every time. I mean, I've gone on several cruises. However, I still look at YouTube videos. Sometimes you just got to brush up, but if this is your first time going on a cruise, you want to definitely reach out to Life With Us TV, because they're the first ones that I started with. They're full of information, especially for first-time cruisers. But Lynette and Stanley, they will get you where you need to be. You've got Life With Us TV, you've got Addie and Terry, and there's a lot more. So take your time and look on YouTube and search for your exact cruise line that you're going on, that you've already booked. And I guarantee you there's lots of videos out there, and they will ease your anxiety. Even if you do have a travel advisor, please still take a look at your cruise line's website, and they have information out there so you can become familiar with that exact cruise ship. And you can check out the deck plans, and even if you have accessibility issues, they usually have routes that are available is specifically for those that are going to be in a wheelchair or scooter, like myself, or if you're going to be walking with a cane or anything like that. They have all types of information out there that's available to you. So you want to become familiar with
the ship's floor plan and the accessible routes.
And you'll want to look at where your room is and how close it is to the elevators. I find that that's always important because I always want a room that is close to the elevators, because when I'm feeling tired, when I spend a long day out and about, or even just trying to get back to my room, I want the ease of being close to the elevator. Also, check and see the ports that you're going to be visiting and see how accessible they are, because some are not that friendly to the Mobility Challenge. And I found that there are some that are tender related. They don't have an actual access to you to just stroll off the ship and get directly to the destination. So you want to check on that and maybe mention it to your travel advisor if they haven't already said something to you in regard to that. If you are suffering from a disability, and I find it helpful to me to make sure that I book an accessible room, because it helps to accommodate for my scooter, and it also makes it easy for me to get in and out of the bathroom because it doesn't have the lip that most rooms have to get into the restroom. And it also helps because you can slide your wheelchair and your scooter directly from the room to your balcony if you so choose to.
To make sure that I mentioned that accessible staterooms on cruise ships, they feature wide doorways, rolling showers, grab bars, and ample turning space for wheelchairs and mobility devices. There are different types of accessible rooms, but it depends on what your disability is and what your needs are. So please make your needs known to your travel advisor or the cruise ship.
Have a room with a balcony. I found that to also be helpful because they usually have a push button that will allow you to get into your room or out of your room, so you don't have to have the door held for you to leave on your scooter or wheelchair. But be mindful, accessible rooms book quickly. So you want to book those as early as possible because they get gone quick. And make sure you arrange for your accessible devices early on, because you can have that delivered directly to your stateroom by Scootaround or Special Needs at Sea. They are available and they can deliver your wheelchair, your scooter, you need a shower chair, things like that. Whatever you might need to make your cruise as easy as possible for you. There are companies that are available to assist you with that. And also, be sure to contact the cruise line special needs department, because they can assist you with a lot of information and a lot of wheelchairs and scooters that they may have directly on the cruise ship. But it's important to contact them and let them know what your special needs are and how they can accommodate you. You can do this before you onboard the ship. Maybe your travel advisor can do that for you. Hopefully they will. I would. And you can do that once you get on the ship. Stop by the desk, guest services, and they can direct you wherever you need to or however you need to be accommodated. And if you haven't, also let your room steward know that you have special needs and some things that you might need, and they can let you know what they can assist you with. They're used to it. Y'all, make sure that you're packing your medical essentials. If you are on medication make sure that you have that available in the original packing with you, not just for your 7-day cruise. Always pack extra because you never know what may happen. So you don't want to run out of your medication. And again, please bring it in its original packing. You may also want to go ahead and bring your prescription list and even a doctor's note saying that you need this medication, especially if it's like opioid or something that the cruise line may need to see that the doctor prescribed that medication to you. Also, make sure that you have your chargers for your scooters, or if you are on a CPAP machine, anything that requires to be charged, you want to make sure that you bring your charger with you. And you may want to invest in an additional extension cord that is not a surge protector, but bring that with you just in case your room does not have the number of outlets that you need to charge your medical devices. And if you haven't seen my other videos about what I bring with me on my cruise, always bring some motion patches so that you can avoid motion sickness if you're prone to that. Also, ginger chews are good, and you want to do like the C-band wristbands so that you can avoid motion sickness at all costs, because you don't want to be sick in your room from the motion of the ocean. And I'm going to say, if you're going to the Caribbean, which we do often, bring your reusable, refillable water bottle, because you got to stay hydrated. I don't know what it is about the Caribbean, but that sun hits a little different than it does over here in America. So make sure you bring a bottle so you can fill it with water so you can stay hydrated, especially if you have heat-related exhaustion like me. I can't handle the heat very well, and it drains my energy, and I'm so glad that I am able to use a scooter because my legs will not go. So if you suffer from that, please bring your water bottle that you can fill with water. Bring your neck fan or whatever fans that you need. Bring that with you. And make sure you got some big old caps, and bring that sunscreen, because y'all, I'm telling you, that sun over there hit a little differently. So you don't want to be without it. And let me tell you, black people do get sunburns, things like that. So be prepared. And always remember to arrive early to avoid long crowds. If that means when you're getting on the ship in the beginning, arrive early, because you don't want to be sitting in a long line when you already have mobility issues. And like I said, the heat is hard in the United States, and definitely over in the Caribbean, or wherever you're going, because it's not just Caribbean. If you're going on vacation, be prepared. So start out early. And another little onboard tip, make sure that you're taking advantage of all the accessible things that are available on the cruise line. You may want to make sure you take advantage of the accessible gangway when you're getting on and off the ship at ports. And make sure that when you go to shows and go to eat for dining, that you're taking advantage of the accessible seating that the cruise line offers. And don't be afraid to ask a crew member if you need assistance. They're used to it, and they can either, if they can't do it, they'll lead you to where you need to go to make it happen. And they're used to it, so don't be afraid to ask. Mob Squad, let me tell you, I love to travel, and more importantly, I love to cruise. And I'm here to let you know that you deserve to love to vacation. If you can, do it. Life is too short not to enjoy all of life's pleasures. Everything in moderation. So if you can do it, do it. And again, I'm here to tell you that cruising is possible with mobility challenges. Traveling does not have to stop because you move a little differently.